Oh, it's another beautiful day in the neighborhood, or in the basement. Welcome to another iteration of Slim Reaper programming. I know it's the most exciting thing I could ever do, right? While I do a little bit of housekeeping here, just hold tight. I know you're all wanting to know what's up for today, and okay, it's in the title. Today we're working with UI improvements. Let me do a few more things here. We're almost ready to go for realsies. Pull chat up here where I can see it without too much blocking of other important things. Okay, here we go. We are good to go. We're gonna pause that preview. We don't need to see that. And let's hop over here to the game. Here's where we're at. We still have all these random, well, that needs to be restarted. Do a quick reload here. All right, here we are. What have we done? What improvements have we made? I believe yesterday we had the tractor driving smoothly. You'll notice here on the left side of the screen, I've got some new interface stuff. It's not really finished yet. This is kind of two things we're going to work at here. One is we're going to make a drop-down menu that allows us to load and save, restart, pause, that sort of thing. Actually, it'll probably pause when you drop the menu down, but maybe the pause will be a separate. Anyway, we're going to get this UI to a separate menu. I'll probably throw volume control and stuff in there as well, so you can tweak those things for music and sound effects. We are going to end up reworking the entire audio system because I just like reworking systems, obviously. It turns out there's a better, I believe, a better way to do audio. HTML5 has an audio context that you can use instead of the old audio element that I'm currently set up to use. So we're going to rework everything to use audio context, but that's not for today. That's down the road. So that's going to end up in this sub UI UI sub menu, as well as like currently I can save and load games. So let's just do a quick load here. Now all of a sudden we have $600 instead of whatever we had before, and yeah, it's the last game I randomly saved when I was testing this. There were some adventures along the way of that, but I won't go into too much detail. Basically, I had one variable set wrong, so I was ending up setting it to not a number, and then the timers were all screwed up, and it was a whole big mess. Anyway, I spent forever trying to figure that out. And also this guy rotating, oh my word, it's always spawned and rotated this way, but not really. So when he started to drive, he would drive whichever way. It was a whole mess. Anyway, it wasn't that big a deal. We got to the bottom of it. We moved on. We are moving on right now. Anyway, so we have load and save worked out. So I can load, I can save. If I can find my mouse, there we go. We can save it here, and then we can restart the game. And now we can come in and load again. Go back to where we were. Same money, same everything, same crops. Everything's the same. So, in case you missed it, I ended up reworking the entire collision system. Not really the entire collision system. I reworked the data structure that it stores collisions in, so it can to be a quad tree. And then we did a little bit of optimizing. I haven't done a lot of work on that. Probably use a little more work optimizing so it does not as deep, because you got 400 entities in there it's got to deal with, or 500 or whatever. We also added some more debug stuff and just clean this up. So this is off to the side now. These are put some numbers under here because I needed to see values. That might all go away, but I needed to see it, so it's there. It actually has its own you can turn it on and off, or you will be able to. I might automate it a little more and make it so it works on all entities, and they just like list out all of their properties. Just any properties that are attached to the entity, not any like sub lists of stuff. But this is basically the age and the how much corn you're gonna get, or how much money you're gonna get from it. It's the base multiplier, so the age and the yield. So like this one here has a yield of 24, now the yield of 20, now the yield of 19. So it goes up when it grows, it goes down if it gets damaged. So that's what's going on there. If you have cows, that turns on these trails, show you where the cows go. You can see all the collision bounding boxes, just a whole number of things that it does there. One improvement I can make, it'll probably still be a pretty good improvement, is if I make the corn do point collisions. So point in polygon instead of just polygon and polygon. Polygon is a lot more expensive than point and polygon. About twice as expensive computation wise. So I haven't run a profile on this to see how much time we're spending in collision, which part of collision. Last I checked, we were actually spending most of our time just checking if they were even valid collisions to begin with. So we put in a quad tree. We were then using most of our time retrieving from the quad tree. So that's actually pretty good, I guess. So anyway, for now, that's all where it's going to stay. We're not running at the FPS I want, but we are running, so that's good. Let's see, we get $52. We can do that. No, we can't. It's okay, we can restart. Oh, I also fixed another bug we had where if you ended the game, so you ran out of money and fuel at the same time, bad things would happen. If you ran out of money and fuel at the same time, you would get I'm driving and trying to think at the same time. You run out of money and fuel, and the result is the game would just stop. And that's how what it would do on an end condition previously is it would just stop even doing anything, which turned off all the UI. So I made a restart button, but if you actually lost, you had to reload the game, or you had to you still had to reload the game. So now you can restart without like reloading the game. Oh man, it's gonna be some rich corn in there. Let's see if we can get that guy right there without killing this cow. Oh yeah. I'll come around here. We'll leave that one. Get this. I'm stuck. Oh, actually, we can fix the damage for now. We made it. We succeeded. We got past the... should have turned a little more. Past the completely broken down state, or out of... Yeah, broke state. On my laptop, I've actually got a lot of money. Anyway, I've been so distracted. Let's turn the debug off. There we go. So yeah, UI. UI is gross. The way it's made is kind of gross. So, I've kind of got three things going on up here at the top, here, and at the top of these. These are a UI field just that updates. It's got a function. It calls it updates every time or every so often. It's like every half second. Um, for those things, that's often enough that you don't know. I mean, if you get the input, you know, right? Yeah, every half second is actually quite a lot, but it saves us from, I don't know. It's just every half second. I had to pick a frequency, and that's more than responsive enough for what it is. You correlate the action with the reaction, so that's the important thing here. Then we have these buttons, and these buttons are all the same thing. It's just a polygon and a yeah, you got a polygon here and a text and an image. So this text is not part of that. Yeah, it's so I guess I got to make. Well, I want to put this all into like there's a couple things I want to do with it. Okay, yeah, it's a couple things I want to do. It's ugly. It's ugly, right? What else is there to say? I want it to be less ugly. So the goal, I guess. Let me drive out of the middle of this bomb. I guess I could just pause it. There we go. The music doesn't pause when you pause it yet either. But anyway. Yeah, we need to get some extra, like a little other screens, I guess. I need other screens and just all kinds of things like that. Yeah. So UI, I need a like a overlay menu thing that hides. I guess I need a UI panel that can own these, can be childed to, and it can turn them on and off. That's what I need. So I need a way to turn these on and off first. So just like a field that I put in there, and then it doesn't draw. Now currently these are made using not there. Here. They're using this make UI function, which somewhere up here, I think. Maybe it's down here. There's a make bar that makes these bars, which will hopefully be upgraded. Oh, I didn't double click. There we go. Now I won't miss it. There we go. Here's our make UI. I missed it because it was indented improperly. There we go. Okay, so we have the make UI function, and it makes a whole bunch of entities and then draws them all. What we're going to do is make a couple of, well, I'm going to make a render component that you can add a bunch of other render components to. So it'll be like a list of render components, and then it'll just render all of them in order. So then you can add render components and assign values to them. And, well, yeah, it's make render components and assign values to them. So they might be, and it'll have a field where you can turn it on and off. So you can tie it to a thing, turn it on and off. So that's kind of the deal here. So yeah, let's close a bunch of stuff we don't need anymore. We don't need save load. We don't need corn open. I don't need movement open. Don't think I need the engine open. Don't need, why is that not saved? Let's save it and see what bad things we did. Hopefully we didn't break it. I don't think I did anything. I think it just like, oh, I just did that indentation. That's all. Life on the edge, right? I don't know what I did, so I'm just gonna reload it. Okay. Graphics. There we go. Don't need timers for this. I think I'll probably tie in keys. I think we're gonna update the input system. So right now we do this, and this is all well and good. But I believe this needs to be a map. Well, on the input component, maybe it doesn't need to be a map on the input component. I think it can be a map on the input component too. You know, what I'm thinking is, in the system, we'll have a map of keys that were in values, right? So, or states, right? Is it up or down, true or false? So like up, down, left, right. So I have a input, and then we'll basically have, you can subscribe to an input. So if you have this input, then do this, and then I can use that. Or I can put a callback on it, maybe. So if I have this input, if I'm subscribed to this input, then I'm going to call the callback. If I'm subscribed to that input, I call the callback. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm thinking. So currently, I've got all these, and we'll have to take this out of a switch and put it into a loop so it goes through all the cases, and then it sets the value based on the case. So these will have to map to these. So it would be 37 goes to the left, 65 goes to the left. Yeah, so I have to have a map of inputs to keys, and then another map of, or keys to inputs, and another map of inputs to callbacks, right? And when we process, we say we have this input, okay, here's the callbacks, fire off all the callbacks. It'll be a little bit trickier. I mean, actually, I may just do input component that has a, let's think this through here. Okay, so if we have an input component, and we'll call this a generic input component because we already have input component and UI component used up. I may rename this. Okay, and then we're going to have constructor, and it's going to first call and then we just say a value. Command. It's the it's the instruction. in an instruction you have like an address and a in you have this is what I want you to do, and then this is we're looking for the name, instruction name, name. That's not the right word. It'll come back to me, and then I don't even need a callback here. I just need what I guess we can make these a list, right? So it can go for component. So this could just be an array of subscribing to events, really. Yeah, it's an event. So we're going to call it an event. So that's not a keyword, is it? Probably a keyword, isn't it? Yeah, it's a keyword. Okay. How about events? There we go. Events is not. Okay. So this is an array. So this dot events equals it needs to be an array. We have to use it as an array. I mean, an array, yeah, an array's fine. We're just gonna loop through them, and then a map is better. Okay. And then for event I'll say E of events E oh, it's not a map though, because it's just keys. It's just I just need a searchable, quickly searchable array. Is an array searchable? Ordered collection of elements. I mean, an array is searchable. Which data type is well, it is a map because I got to be able to set it. Yeah, we want a map. Okay, never mind. Ignore me. Is a map or a set faster for accessing. Oh yeah, it's asleep. Excuse me, ChatGPT. I know I haven't used you in like 4 hours, but I got a quick question. Both maps and sets are key value data structures. Maps use a key value pair to store data, while sets use only a value. But we need okay, yeah. Sets only store unique values, while maps can store multiple key value pairs with the same value. Sets do not have a built-in method for getting the key of an element, but maps do. Okay, so we need key value pairs because we need to be able to set them to true or false. So this event is going to take in an array of event names, and it's going to be a map. events E equals false. We'll default everything to false. Okay. And event array. I still feel like there's a better name for these besides events, but it's the no, it's not coming to me, so we're gonna stick with what we've got for now. Okay. Okay, and then we're gonna have another function on the input system. Okay, so the input system class, instead of having all these, we're going to have an array of events. Events equals new map mail. Okay, and now we're going to add a function in here that's going to be register event, and it's going to be a key value and an event. I've got to come up with a better name than an identifier. Okay, that's yeah, good enough. I need to name this better. Okay, so key identifier. Oh, we just put in yeah, we just need an identifier. So it's key identifier, and then we need sets aren't key value. Oh no, we can have another map of that's key value paired to to the state inside in here, right? Because multiple things could subscribe to the same event. Yeah. So events is the map. The events is not what we want. This would be inputs. And if that we use it in the engine. I always want the engine. I always end up pulling the engine up for reference, right? In the debug entities have components. Entities components as a map. We're looking to see if the map contains this dot components dot second. Dot has. Yeah, dot has. Okay. Dot has If the event has the identifier, I guess we don't know if it doesn't have the identifier. So if the identifier does not exist, then dot identifier is false. Okay. So we're automatically going to set the identifier to false. By default, it just sets to false. Yeah. So we check if inputs, or we add the key to inputs. I probably check and make sure it's not already there, but it won't overwrite. The only reason I don't do that on the events array, inputs equals new. I said array, it's actually in the map, but the only reason I don't do that on the events map, or the inputs, I just throw it in because the inputs will, if that input already exists, it's going to override it because you don't want to set could, but you can just subscribe to, yeah, we're not going to, you just have, you're not going to be able to double assign an input. If I assign an input to two things, it's going to overwrite the second one. It's going to be undefined, or it'll actually be overwritten. Yeah, the event would go away. The event would still exist in the events, but it would be unbound in the input section. Right, there'll be no input that triggers the event if you overwrite the input to something else. So input can only go one event. You can have multiple inputs to an event, but you only have one in each input can only go to one event. It's a many to one, not many to many. Each input goes to one event, and then each event can go to however many things need to register it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, does this allow us? Does it allow us to loop back the other way? I guess if I'm wanting to assign a new input to an event, I'll just have to have, if I want to remove the old, I'll have to remove it manually. As I say, to get rid of it. Yeah, that'll be fine. All right, we got this all worked out. I mean, not all the nitty gritty, but yeah. So we register an event and an input. With the input system. That way the input system can put everything in its database. Done. We'll just say, here's the system, register event, register event, register event, register event, register event, right? So for now, it's going to be up, down, left, right. And these are the things. But I'll be able to make more events. I guess what I should say, register event should really just take the identifier and put it in the events. I mean, it makes most sense to just have this one thing though. Yeah, we'll flesh out any helper functions that we need. I don't think we need anything too much. The downside of having an AI write everything from the get-go is you didn't plan everything out, so you're kind of stuck. Not really stuck, but you kind of gotta work from where you're at to where you want to be. Work through how the AI chose to do things. Sometimes it's not quite how I would have chosen to do them, but I don't want to break everything in the process. So I'm setting up this parallel event system, and then we'll get it working and gut the old one out. Um, so I said I was working on UI. I'm not working on UI. I'm working on inputs. Eh. It's part of the UI though because I want to be able to assign hotkeys to inputs. So if I can subscribe to the event on the thing, then bada bing, bada boom, we're there, right? I can have a function that we call every once in a while or whatever. Calls a callback if it's ready. I may actually want to still be able to assign a callback, but not make it mandatory. So I might include, see, how did I do this? I don't actually want an event array. Yeah, you have to have an event array because you can't put more than one component on a system, right? Or on an entity. So I can't have multiple input in components on one system. So like the player needs to have all four inputs, up, down, left, right. If I put all four components on it, they're each going to overwrite. So I'm only going to end up with one component at the end of the day, because that's how JavaScript stores those maps. Does not do. I would have to like do my own collision dealing with. By default, it just you got a collision by new value. So, or new object or whatever, new thing. We're replacing this with the new one. Or at least that's what my tests seem to have proved. Okay, so we're gonna have to set up all our events with keys ahead of time. So let's just go ahead and do that. And we'll make a new new key down. Take an event. These are real events, not my events. Event.keycode, but we're not switching on event.keycode. We're going to go through, or no, we're going to go to our map and say inputs keycode this dot inputs. Okay, so that's now the key to our events. So events equals false. Boom. We have our new key down. Isn't that easy? I still have to register all these keys, but, and then our key up is basically, that's the wrong thing. Our key up event, we basically just changed this word up, change that to false. And yeah, now we just have to register all these events. So yeah. Register event. And it's going to be 37 left. $65 left. And let's just make some bad spaghetti. Make some slightly better spaghetti. And this isn't where this should be done, by the way. In case you're wondering and thinking, it doesn't look right. You're right. It's not right. 38 and 87 are up. Okay. $39 and 68 are down. Wait, all right. Whoops, that's the wrong one. $40 and 38 are down. $32 we're not actually using. Uh, $192 is and now I got a bunch of extras, but that's easy to fix. Okay. This is actually way better because I only have to define everything one time. So easy to add something. You just boom, boom, or in here, and it's added. And we can just take down this, take off new, take off new, delete key down and key up events. See, we shortened the code by like 40 lines or 30 lines or something. But now it's not going to work because, well, I haven't saved it yet. There's a reason for that. In case anybody tries to play, it'll be broken right now. There's no input work. So we have this input component. We're going to keep it as input component. So that's going to be a thing. And what we're going to do is go over to Mr. Slim here, and when he gets an input component attached, transform polygon, text, timer, come on, where's input? I'm blind. Component, transform collision, UI, polygon, UI, transform entity. Okay, what did I actually attach the UI component to? Or the input component, sorry. This is Slim. I'm blind or something. Oh, right here, input component. Okay. Here we just have to add this array, which doesn't quite exist yet, but that's okay. We can make it happen. So this is an array now. Um, and it's just an array of up, comma, down. Oh, these should be in quotes. Comma, left. Something tells me it would have been faster. Just type it all out. Right. And we don't actually need to fire. We're not using that for anything. Okay. All right, don't save yet. Save, we break it. And now the last thing we have to do is down here where we process these. Before we did all this. Sorry, I thought I heard something. Okay, we're setting it there. There we go. All right, so this gets slightly more complicated. Ever so slightly. Ever so slightly more complicated, but not very much at all. Const input equals entity.getComponent input. Okay, so through here, okay, I would clear the input component out, but we don't clear this. So I gotta clear that up too, because that's all not gonna work anymore. Sorry. Maybe input component dot input or dot events. Yeah. Anyway, gonna have to rework the whole thing, I guess. Yay. Input dot up. Let's see. So we have to do another for loop, and here's what we have to do. I'm wondering if we shouldn't make a map at the beginning of trues, and then we can just set. Huh. I'm thinking. Not liking what I'm thinking. I'm thinking though. um. So we have the events, right? So we have to go through for e of events. Um. If input dot events dot has yeah, these are the keys, right? So that's what's going to look up. If it has the event as E, dot value, no dot key. I think that's right. If I just say E, that's going to be the value, I think. Now, if I just say E, it's going to be the whole thing. If I say E dot key, it's going to be the key. If I say E dot value, it's going to be the value. I think. We'll find out here in a few minutes. If it has E, then E equals E dot I don't know. It gets all the values. Say S values, and it gives you all the values. Okay, that should work. Right, so we go through all the entities. We're gonna update their components with this guy. Let me slide myself on over here. Oh, yeah, I'm too wide here. You cannot see anything, so I'm gonna just slide myself right. Where's that? There it is. Right over here, out of the way. Make myself tiny. Nobody wants to see your face anyway, right? My face, not yours. Your face is fine, I'm sure. There we go. Let's make this a little wider so we're not constantly completely out of the camera. Okay, there we go. Wow, it's far over. Oh well. I guess I can do this a little bit and do this. Shrink. Yeah. Okay, good enough. Okay, so we have that should be good. Now where else do I say this dot? Right, this is kind of okay, except I got to rework it all because this is not how this works anymore. Kind of just have to run these through and set the events. But see, that's the difficult part for this. I know I'm not finishing sentences, sorry. The way this works currently, it gets the relative position of the entity and it sets the up, down, left, right events based on that. I guess I need to check if it has up, down, left, right events and then set them if it has them. It's a little sticky. Okay, we're not actually using that one. So input that component left. Left. Oh, this code never even gets executed. That I'm aware of, because bugs. Oh, I should have done that. I could have done them both at once. Done that first. Oh well. Let me just come through and delete these guys. Okay. Okay, or you register UI callback on those. I'm thinking I may just handle mouse input control differently than this. Like this is all cool, but if I just return dx dy into a UI component as part of the UI component, it's like here's your dx and your dy, and you gotta click or you don't gotta click, you know. Do I already do that? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Well, do I? Handle callback. I have to go back down here to our UI entities, camera ID. Okay, so we get all the cameras, we get the transforms, and then we go through everything, we set it up. We check if we have a point in a polygon. We do. Now we can add more input states here. I might modify this too so that the UI can just subscribe to an event. Well, it kind of does. It kind of does. Right now they store all events that happen to them, and they only execute on ones that have. Yeah. Yeah, so we set the callback, or we set the properties, and then we handle the callbacks based on the properties that are set. I don't know why I do it that way. I could just call the callbacks if it has the thing. It's basically already set up to do that way. Oh, I know why. There's some special. No, I don't know why. I'll revisit this later. I was tired. It was the middle of the night. It's always the middle of the night, right? Or maybe I was distracted with kids during the middle of the day. I don't remember. This was not my finest coding hour, though. Could be worse. This was one of the first ones I actually coded myself and didn't just make ChatGPT do all the work. That's really what it boils down to. Is I'm a crummy coder, and this was me coding for the first time in a long time. So, sorry. Kind of suck. I have been known to. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just not happy with my camera placement. I'm sorry. There I'm underneath the text all the time. Or constantly on the screen. But I can't see anything. I'll just fix it. Move the window. Dork. Okay. Put that there. Oh, you had a lot to say there. Turn the speed, both mouse similar, depending on what you're trying to do. Okay. Yeah, I figured out what I needed to do there. All right. Anyway, what I was saying here, this doesn't actually matter because these never get called. This whole if not used. Somewhere in here, something doesn't execute. So I'm going to just make it say if false for now. It never gets used, and I just want to make sure it doesn't get used and break something. So this right here is what we need to work on. If it's not used, then we make it be used. UI.click ID equals input ID. UI X equals input.x. UI Y equals input.y. If UI.state is up, and UI click ID Wait, why am I setting it? I should set the ID. Oh no, I always set the ID here. Okay, click ID equals input ID. If of course it's gonna equal. How does this not fail spectacularly? All right, let's look through it again. If it's not been used yet, that's fine. We're gonna set that it's used. That's fine. You're gonna set click ID to input ID. Yeah, if you set it there, it's always going to be the same right there. That should be set when we have a down event. We're supposed to set that. What is that doing up there? Does that break everything? Probably. Yeah, we're supposed to set that only when we have a down event. Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. Never mind. It's fine. Is it fine? It's fine. Wait. If I want to register when I click in an event, I want to mark what the ID is. And when I let go in the event, I want to make sure that it's the same ID. That's what I'm checking. So I want this to be inside the down. So when it goes down, we're marking it. And then when it comes up, we're saying, cool, it came up. We're good. Okay. We're good. I think. Well, I'm going to find out that it broke everything. But if okay. Yeah, UI state equals down. Okay. But these don't. Oh, this is all UI. This is not input. That's fine. Input dot state. Well, in this case, input of touch events. Yeah, that's a whole different shebango. Okay, I think we're ready to see how badly we broke it. So let's save everything we touched. Here, reload this. And export keyword number 4, input 4, missing declaration after export keyword. Hey, it made it all the way to line 4. That's doing pretty good. Input line 4, export class. It's okay, it was gonna freak out when I didn't have this. Alright, to boldly go where no man has gone before. Or many have gone before and failed. I don't need no Version control. I'm just going to make wide sweeping changes across my code base without saving a backup or doing version control. Line 8. Events is not defined. Events of event array. All right. Close enough. Undeclared variable E, line 8. Oh yeah, that's important too. And I forgot that down here. Might as well take care of it. Hey. Did I say it would break it? Did I mention it was going to break? Alright, time to debug. Input. It doesn't make much difference. Events debug down, left, right, sides, undefined, false, up. Oh. Never making it to here, okay. Huh. Thought I could iterate through those that way. It has events. Input dot events down left. It has key E. This dot events. Do I just need to say has, not has key? Well, this isn't assigning here, right? E dot key is not assigned. I just say has E. Does that work? Dot event. E is undefined. E is still undefined. Okay, I think I know. I'm iterating through this all wrong. Events dot key. Keys. I think that's how that goes. And then we say has E. Alright, let's try that again. E. E is uninitialized. So we haven't gotten to the loop yet. And now it's undefined. This is a map. Down, left, right. Size. Size. Size? Oh, it has the size of 0 entries. Doing it wrong. It's not how you add things to a map. I'll use it as a map. I gotta use it as a map. It's not how I add things here. I have to use get and set. Okay. So we gotta come back up here. This dot inputs. It's set, right? This, yeah, set. Let me look at, well, I can look right up here. Oh, there. Oh, sorry. I can look right. This dot collect. Okay, I didn't even use it. I just made it be. I didn't make it be a map. That's the difference. I just said, yeah, you're just an object. So it's annoying. Okay, if I just make those objects and not maps, I can't iterate to an object though, can I? Yeah, I can. I do it in another one, right? I do it here. I just am like, yeah, you're an object. Where did it? There we go. Yeah, component. I'm like, here's your callbacks. That equals that. If callback. Yeah, I should be able to iterate through the. I think we'll find out real fast. Oh, we're gonna find out real fast. Register event. I don't know if you can use has with the map. I can do this thing. I say const. Value equals events identifier, And I say if value, that should definitely do work. I actually want to say if not value. The idea is if we're registering an event like mid game, we don't want to override a set. It probably won't matter, but I can't think of a time it would matter, but I don't want to do it anyway. Okay. Now down here, you have to deal with them in a same way for events. Yeah. Let's see what kind of faults we get now. Type error, events is not iterable because events is not iterable now. Can't. Wait, how did events is not iterable? Hold on. Oh no, but I don't iterate through that. One of these has to be iterable. I mean, the map's not that hard. You just use get and set, right? Why don't I just use a map? Like I started out with. I'm gonna say new map again, and say new map. Then I just here, when I set it the other way, it kind of screwed it up. But if I say this dot inputs dot set comma identifier. And then equals this dot events identifier. I say if dot has identifier, then this dot, if it does not have it, then this dot events identifier equals false. Okay, so that's all good. Just down here, now that we fixed those keywords, it's fine to access it this way and set the values this way. I think. Let's see if that. No, it's not, because it's gonna. Okay, so for a const e of this dot events, that's fine. That's gonna return the keys. Return the key or the entire event? if input dot events dot has e, maybe e dot key, I'm not quite positive. We'll get to the bottom of that. Input events dot set e dot value. Oh, sorry, e key comma dot value. I'm not quite sure that that's right. If e is already a key value pair, I might just be able to set it. Maybe set e. Let's try that. Okay. I have a bad feeling. A bad feeling I have. E is still undefined. Events. Did I save it first? Yeah. I reloaded this. Yeah. Okay. Events dot has entries. It still has no entries. Wait. E is this. That's, yeah. That's this. That's not that. So, well, let's roll back. Input dot events also has no entries. Okay. Events is a map with 0 entries. All right, how? I need to go into the map. Get dot set dot has. Okay, there are two maps. It's just to allow us to map multiple inputs into one output. That's all that's there for. Let's go back up here from the beginning. Input component. We have an array. This dot events dot set e comma false. Okay, that should make one side of the map, or one of the maps. So now if I reload this, I get back to that breakpoint. There we go. Input should have a map of events with 4 entries. All right. God, finally. Okay. We have our map there. That's getting set right. For some reason, this one is still not getting set right, so we'll look over that code yet again. So here, register event. This dot inputs dot. For one thing, we're looking at inputs, and we should be looking at dot set key identifier. Are we looking at inputs or events? No, we're looking at events. I'm confused. Don't mind me. If this dot events dot has identifier, this dot events dot set. Why did I not finish that? False. I thought I had. I guess I did on the other one, and I just overran it, I guess. Okay, that has 5 entries. Okay, now it's time to see if this works. No, still doesn't work. This should still work though. I know how to fix that. I just put it back to the broken way it was before. Don't worry about whether it works consistently, as long as it works sometimes. Okay, let's try moving this. And put it back here for now. Okay, that should make so I can click on things again. Yeah. All right. Oh, because we haven't updated the movement system to work with the new events. That's why. Let's not use that and not say we did. Okay. Movement. Obviously, if you're gonna change how the movement works, can we still get it that way, or do I have to use get? I think I have to use get, don't I? Input engine. That's what we set. Yeah, I have to use get. Input dot. I told you to do that. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay. And here we go. Or the shot, right? Right? Yeah. Um, all right, let's throw another if around. Yeah. Uh, uh, and stuff. There we go. Nice. T dot input is undefined. Yeah, because I'm an idiot. I think. Just input. Yes, I am the idiot. Idiot. Yeah, because it's not has component, it's just has. What are we doing over here? Dot has. Hey, it didn't break. Okay, let's see if we're getting into here. At all movement. Nope. Did I name that differently? Start events. Okay. If I do something stupid. Input component. Okay, I'm confused now. Do add an input component somewhere in here. Input component. Down, left, right. An input component takes an event array. We go through the event array and we add everything on the array to events. And not a different thing for adding, right? You just use set and you okay, let's oh yeah, too easy. Too clean. Input this dot events. Set and this is gonna be get okay. Hey, we're setting events now. Well, okay, still not properly setting events, but it's event key up arrow set this dot inputs get key down. Okay, yeah, this is our key code. Yeah, the key code. So, result of yeah, so we're getting the thing that returned from 38. We're setting that to true, which should set inputs 38. That's gonna should set down to true. Here's the little key I pressed. Okay. So now we come down here. You don't have an input component. Why am I here? Like, you literally don't have it. Yeah, upgrade cost, money, fuel, efficiency, damage, cal cost. Oh, here's your components map. Okay, never mind. Probably in your components map. Yeah, we have an input component. There's 4 entries. Down left, right, or false. Okay. And here, start event has 5 entries. Down is true. So E is undefined. It's okay, we'll go to the next. E is left false. Okay, so either you call it E0 or you call it E dot, yeah, dot key. That's cool. We can do that. The most riveting live stream on YouTube. Watch a guy mumble to his computer screen for hours on end, beating his head up against the wall until he gets a tractor to move across his screen. What else could be more exciting? I'm glad you're here with me. You're not here. It's okay. I get it. I wouldn't be either. Watch as he descends slowly into madness. Okay, where was I? Right here. E should be E dot key. And then this should be does that work? I could also do 0, 1. It looks like they're indexed, so I could say 0 and 1. But oh dear. I don't need. We don't need to look at all those. We want to know when we get to there what's events has 4 entries. Up, down, left, right, and this has dot key. Is key a function? Maybe that's the answer. Is that the answer? Okay. Key. I mean, I know how to. It's an array. Let's just 0. Like, I'm so busy trying to do it the right way. Direct memory access is better anyway. I mean, not from some perspectives, but from an efficiency perspective. Like, why would I do it any other way? Yeah. Yeah. That's working. Well, I mean, that's working. But we're not setting it right in the other place where we go through and we. Well, this is where we set them. So now when it gets to. Oh. Have input. Input.events.has input.events.set. Yeah. So now we should be setting them. So now let's go up to, I don't know, movement. Movement seems like a good place to go. There we go. Events. That has. Let's try taking that off. Okay. Up is false. Down is false. Left and right is false. We have 2 undefined ones that are, we have a false and a true. So that's interesting. I'm not sure where false and true are getting. Yeah, I am. Events.set is 0, comma, e, 1. Yeah. some people are good at programming. Some of us just bang our head against the wall until the code falls out and starts working. You just bang your head against the screen, and eventually the computer gets tired of you hurting it. It's like, please stop. I'll do whatever you want. Just smash into it until it works. All right. Up, left, down doesn't work. So S doesn't make us go down. And up and down both make us go down. Other than that, it's flawless. Obviously, I got some typos in my map. And of course, I deleted all the relevant code to do it right. So let's go back up here. 37, 36 left. 38, 87 up. 39, 68. There we go. Our key. Events. Does this look right? Looks like a code. The first argument is a key code. The second argument is, you're very smart, ChatGPT. Wow, you figured that out on your own. Letters A, W, S, D, especially these key codes standard are supported across web browsers. However, it looks like there is a mistake in the code. The key code for down event is 40. The last line of code is registering the down key for 38, which corresponds to the up arrow. So 38. It looks like. Okay, so 38 should be 83. Okay. What about S? One of the arrow keys. That should be 87. Hold on. I'm gonna assume it's up, down, left, right. It's left, right, up, down. Wait. Correspond to the arrow keys and letter keys. Well, no, but I guess it's, oh, arrow key first and letter key. 37, 65. And then, okay, but this down should be 87. 8Y7. Okay. That's that way. That's that way. That's up. That's down. All right, continue. Okay, that's down. That's left. That's right. Okay, so what's ones are W and S? Ones are W and S. This is a mistake. The key code for down event is 40 with the last line. Here's the down for the H of the up arrow. So. Okay. Up is 87. And the key code for down is 83. 83. 3. And up is 80. No. The key code for up is 87, which corresponds to the W key. Up is 87. And the key code for down is 83. Okay. Where is it? Let's not do that. Does better. Be careful for the last 2 lines. Are you setting the same event here 38 and 37? You have to change that. R key and S key. Yes. Change it to 40 and 38 or 83. 40. I'm confused. I think you're confused too, Slim, or Chat GPT. Yeah, your name's now Slim, Chat GPT. Congratulations. Chat GPT has a new name. It is Slim. Up, down, left, right. W, S, A, D. Hey, we got it all working. Ha 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 ha. Well, my friendly internetopians. It's been fun. We got this bit working. I didn't work on what I wanted to, but it is bedtime. I'm going to turn into a pumpkin here in a few minutes, as they say. Seriously, I know people that say that. So anyway, had a blast. Made some progress. Always like making progress, even if it's not quite the direction I was looking to go. So this is done. Next up, making this UI work the way I want it to. I mean, this isn't too bad. Could be better. Maybe if I just make them some smaller buttons for now. Ooh, that was fun. Anyway, catch y'all next time. Till then, have a lovely day. Or night. Or whatever it is for you. In the meantime, let me find my end stream. Hope to catch